Hi, welcome to the first episode of our new podcast from the 909. My name is Victoria, and I currently live in Chino, California, part of the 909. I graduated last year from UC San Diego, and I'm currently working as an instructor at a tutoring center, and we'll see where that takes us. Next up.
Wow, so formal.
Thank you.
Whoa, I said that really loud. Okay, well, anyways. um, Hi, I'm Amanda. I just graduated from UC Berkeley and now currently living in Ontario, California, basically next to Chino, basically the same city. And right now I'm just job hunting, trying to find something in software engineering, and working at my parents' donut shop. But yeah, that's next we have
I guess hi, I'm Alyssa. I am currently still going to UC Santa Barbara. I'm gonna be a fifth year there, yay! And I am working as a behavioral therapist for a company up in Santa Barbara. That's it. I'm currently living in Isla Vista, California, which is, I guess, part of Goleta, which is the 805. But I am originally from Ontario also, which, you already heard about from Amanda.
All right. Well, this is going to be just our introduction episode, so we're not going to be getting into too much meaty issues. But yeah, it's just going to be a little conversation for people to get to know us and where the idea for the podcast came from. I'm going to take it to Amanda. Do you want to give us a little story on how this idea came to be?
honestly, how did this become a thing? I feel like it started being a thing because so basically we all went to the same high school and we all went away for college, but we went to different colleges, as you heard. And whenever we'd come back home, we'd usually have like a girls' night out, and we'd honestly just go sit in a parking lot and talk.
We talk a lot.
So I guess during our last car talk, we're like, why don't we do a podcast? Because I think we have some really good conversations.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess that's how this podcast came to be.
Basically, yeah. I don't think it was any specific idea. We just always get into something.
It's true. What about the title? Alyssa, can you give us a little bit more on the title? I think it's self-explanatory, but I want to hear.
Yeah.
The people want to hear.
Yeah, Alyssa made the title, by the way.
Snaps to Alyssa.
Did it really?
Yeah, you did.
You were the one that came up with it, and then we tried to do all those variations, and then we're like, you know what? Let's just stick back to the original.
Yeah, I guess just wanted a title that could be general enough to talk about, I guess, a lot of different things, probably a lot of current events, and basically just give you guys our thoughts and ideas of it. But we wanted it to be unique enough to us, and we're all from the 909, and all our points of view are from growing up here. So we really wanted that to kind of reflect in our talks. So yeah, that's where the name came from.
Yeah, I think it's pretty unique just because at least at Berkeley, there's not a lot of people from the 909, and I'm sure it's the same at your guys' colleges.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've met very few people.
Yeah. IE represent.
IE?
CHI. Someone has to finish it. I just said cheese.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, I think next we can talk a little bit more about us three specifically. We kind of have our own little coming to be story, but that one starts off with Amanda and Alyssa first, so I'd like to hear about you two first.
Okay, I see Victoria diverting the attention.
Hey, that's how it happened.
That's true.
So me and Alyssa met first. We met in 4th grade. I honestly don't remember that much except maybe playing on the playground.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like one day I was just your friend. Like, I don't know how we met.
Honestly, I
Like,
feel like knowing our relationship, I probably grabbed you and was like, okay, we're friends now.
probably, honestly.
Yeah. And then we went to junior high together and high school, and we stayed close friends ever since. Probably became closer as like time went on.
Yeah, definitely.
And I met Victoria in tennis, I think sophomore year, and we actually didn't get close until I think senior year. Basically because I had like a bully awareness club that I worked with closely with Alyssa on, and then Victoria joined my club, I think. Is that?
You also wanted to mentor me in tennis. I don't know if you remember that.
I completely forgot about that. Oh my god. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I was very intimidated by it, and I didn't really want it. But she kept telling me to rally with her when we were warming up, and I was like, okay.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. I think it's I think that happened because Coach was like on the DL like whispering to me and telling me that like he wanted you as like the next doubles or something.
Amazing.
Like, yeah. And so he was like, "Oh, you should like encourage her," because I think he thought that you didn't feel like confident enough to like step up for like varsity and stuff.
That's a possibility.
Yeah. So then he was like, "Oh, you should like get her confidence up and like play and like mentor her and stuff." And I was like, "Okay."
Oh, that's cute. I hadn't heard that before. Thanks, Coach Hinkle.
Yeah. And then yeah, that's pretty much how we all became friends.
Cute.
Yeah, I don't remember anything specifically with like you and me. I feel like we just kind of somehow like ended up in the same kind of little group of friends, or me and Victoria, I mean. But yeah.
Yeah, I remember we kind of ended up talking more in Miss Reed's class junior year, but I don't remember like how exactly it like came to be that then we all like I guess the three of us hanging out together was more like with bully awareness. But we got like really close like really fast like senior year especially. We spent a lot of time together, and we also fun fact, would used to perform together and sing.
You can watch our rehearsals and our and our performances on my YouTube channel.
Don't tell them.
I'm gonna know what we look like.
YouTube.com/Amanda Tay. We performed Colors of the Wind.
Oh, yeah, we did.
And that's about as good as it sounds.
Oh man.
But I would say we did get pretty close pretty fast senior year, and we managed to stay in contact like throughout college too. Pretty much every opportunity like the three of us got to come back home, we would like make it a point to meet up and hang out and catch up. So we owe a lot to the 909. Back to the title, brings us all together. Because we did, like Amanda was saying, all go to different universities. And they were all pretty far from each other. Like, we weren't close by. So this was kind of like our point of meeting and something we had in common.
Yeah.
But yeah. Any fun stories? You guys? I said any like 15 times with it.
Twice.
I think I said it 3 times. We'll check back when we're going over this.
What fun story?
What comes to mind?
What do we do? I don't know. Now I'm like blanking on everything we've ever done.
I just feel the only thing I can think of is just like when we were rehearsing for talent shows.
Yeah.
And we were stupid. And we would just like do dumb things in front of the camera.
Yeah, Alyssa and I on guitar, Amanda, well, all three of us, but Amanda on lead vocals, and then all three of us singing. It was a sight to behold. And we didn't really do much with that except like perform at like a talent show and then record that Colors of the Wind video.
I know.
But it was fun. It brought us closer together. And now we have those memories to look back on. but not for public viewing, even though it's on YouTube. No one look it up.
Yeah. God. What else? What do we usually do? We usually just, I guess when we like hang out, we end up going to a park. I think Amanda said that. We go to a park, we hang out, and we just catch up. And then that always ends up talking. We always end up talking about either something like a current event and we get all really serious, or some cheesemans, we like to call it, on, anyone we know, I guess.
Pretty much.
That sounds mean.
Cut that out.
To the people that know us and are listening, we don't talk about you. But we definitely do.
Victoria 2019.
Oh, God.
But yeah, I would say that is the usual routine. We don't really do much. And we also were kind of talking about it. That also relates to just like where we're from in the IE. There's really not that much to do.
Yeah.
So you make do with what you can. And that's like driving around, going to the park, going to Target.
Yeah.
Talking about people you went to high school with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should do our next podcast at the dairies.
We should interview the cows.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Chino, California used to be more of a dairy town. We had a lot of dairies. Was, I guess, a very
farms.
Big, yeah, farms. It was a lot of agriculture over here. So yeah, so that's why the cows. But we've lost a lot of that, actually.
Yeah. It used to smell a lot worse around here
Yeah.
when we were growing up as kids. The cow smell, iconic, really, to Chino. But
Reminds you of home, though.
it does.
Yeah.
It really does. Like, if I'm out somewhere and it smells like cow, I'm just like, wow, this takes me back to, like, me going to school at, like, 5 years old. Because there used to be dairies, like, right across the street from me, too. So it was, like, really strong around my house.
Mm-hmm.
But it is like nostalgic. It's almost kind of, I don't know if nice is the right word, but
Yeah.
yes.
Did you guys know that, you know how when we first started going to school, we used to start in, like, September or something like that? Did you know that was because of the farms and the dairies and stuff?
Yeah, I learned that late, or I guess more recently.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a teacher told me, but
I think so too.
yeah, basically we used to start school, like, sometime in September, and it was because apparently they saved time for, I don't even know. It's like
the harvest
yeah.
or whatever, because around like late August, early September was like harvest time for the farmers. And so they kind of went around that schedule because there were a lot of like farming families in the area. But now they've moved it back. Now school starts like it feels super early to us because like we were used to starting in like later September, but they started I think like August 12th this year, which feels super early.
That's so early.
Yeah,
Like halfway through summer.
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, and I mean they end earlier, but it's just weird.
Yeah.
Wow. I know.
That's super early.
A little fun fact about the 909 for you. Or I guess specifically this area.
Specifically where we are from, the 909 is a pretty big area. But we also want to bring a good light to the 909. I feel like a lot of people talk down on it, and a lot of people have bad things to say. And we have bad things to say too sometimes.
we kind of trashy. A little bit.
But we want to show that perspectives from here are important too. That is also a reason we're getting into this.
On another note, what is with people thinking that Rancho Cucamonga is a funny name? Every time I say that in Berkeley, people are just like, what? They're like, that is not a real city. And I was like, yes, it is. You've never heard of Rancho Cucamonga?
Everybody's got a cousin from Rancho Cucamonga.
Stop laughing at me when I say Rancho Cucamonga.
PSA, everyone that talks to Amanda, stop laughing at her when she says Rancho Cucamonga. It is a real place. It's valid. It's there.
Oh my god. I just want to know how many times you're saying Rancho Cucamonga.
I know. Why is it coming up every time?
Oh, it's because when people ask me where I'm from, I'm like, oh, I'm from Ontario, California. And they're like, where's that? And I'm like, around Chino, Rancho Cucamonga, and then I like branch out, and then they stop me at Rancho Cucamonga, and they're like, "You're not from there. That's not a place."
I love when people tell me where I'm not from.
God, I hate when I have to branch out of like even like IE into LA. Like I'm near LA.
Yeah.
And just like the IE is a like pretty large place.
Yeah, and the IE, however, is glowing up. I have seen around Twitter and things like that. We're getting a new IKEA in Ontario. Did you guys know about that?
What?
Yeah.
I actually saw.
I think it's supposed to open in like 2020, but there's gonna be an IKEA.
What?
This is exciting news for us. This might seem like nothing to like anyone else.
This is amazing. I love IKEA. It's the happiest place on earth.
And also the thing about, or at least where we are, specifically in Chino and Ontario, it's like we're at like the midpoint between a lot of places.
Yeah.
Like it's about 30 minutes to go to the beach, like 30 minutes to go to the mountains, like 30 minutes to go to Disneyland.
Yeah.
But it's all like just enough out of reach where there's nothing to do here. You always have to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
So it's nice to get new things like IKEA nearby to us. And it's very like big news.
Yeah, definitely.
Is that a gentrification though?
I don't know, because I don't know where they're building it.
That's
Yeah.
true. Ontario is such a weird, like, city.
Ontario's really weird.
Yeah.
It's also really big. Like, it
Ontario's
doesn't
huge,
feel like it exactly. I mean, it has its own international airport.
Yeah.
But Ontario is really big.
Yeah.
I feel like it doesn't feel that big because
We
like
live on the border.
we live on
That's
the border,
true.
yeah. But like also like I feel like a large chunk of it is the airport and is like all the factories that are out there.
Yeah, there's
And
a
it's-
lot of.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not as many like homes as you would think. Yeah. Just like on the outskirts, I kind of feel like.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah, we live at a very interesting crossroads of places. And then something that will come up a lot in this podcast that I'm going to bring up right now is the Chino versus Chino Hills debate.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking about that when I was talking about how I'm describing the I'm like expanding from Ontario for people to hear, but I try to avoid saying Chino Hills.
Yeah.
I know they're just gonna be like, isn't it the same thing?
It's not.
I know. I have a lot of feelings about that.
We have a lot of feelings about that, as you will learn as we continue going on into the podcast. But there are a lot of differences between the two cities, and we take pride in being specifically from Chino and not Chino Hills.
Yeah.
Sorry to any Chino Hills listeners,
Not sorry.
but also, yeah.
Victoria might be. I'm not.
I'm only a little sorry. Because I was gonna say I like going to Chino Hills a lot, but that's not that true because I stay in pretty much the area that's like nearest Chino because I just happen to live kind of like kind of in the midpoint between Ontario and Chino Hills. Like from right here, like both are about equally distant. So just because I tend to go there doesn't mean I love it.
Yeah.
It's close by.
We just go for the parks and
Yeah.
the views. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
Pretty
some
much.
shopping. We don't buy anything.
Yeah, we just walk around window shop. We're not giving our money to those Chino Hill folk. I'm just kidding.
I know.
Wow, we should post this on Chino Connects.
I know, I'm sure people have a riot.
Love it.
Chino Connects is our community Facebook page, where just like members of the city join in and I don't know, post updates or sometimes memes or controversial ideas. It can get pretty ugly in there.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, when I first discovered it, I thought it was really cool just because it's like, I feel like I just feel like our area consists of a lot of like old retired people, so I wouldn't have thought that we would have had a group page like that on Facebook. But then as I stayed in it a little longer, then I was like, wow, there's some like Victoria said, controversial things in here that I'm sure we'll talk about in a podcast another time.
Yeah.
There's a lot we can get into. We could honestly make an episode just about reading posts from Chino Connects and our reacts. Honestly, that'd be really funny.
That would be really funny.
Write that down.
Yeah. Some things are like really cool, and then some other things are just like, wow, I'm embarrassed.
Ooh. Oh my god.
All right. Anything else for
I don't know.
for our little intro episode?
How long have we been going? I don't know how to tell.
I can't tell either.
We gotta figure that out.
It doesn't show us in seconds.
What is this?
Oh, it does!
Is this seconds?
You can change it into time.
Wait, where is it? How do you do it? With this?
Yeah.
Oh.
We've been going for 20 minutes.
Oh shit. Sick.
I didn't know that.
That's pretty
Wow.
cool. We're learning something new every day.
I was wondering what that 200 was. Like, I saw it when it was 200, and I was like,
It
What's
was
that?
in beats.
200 beats per minute. That's really fast. We could cut all this out if we need to. Right?
Yeah. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. God,
Any
what do
more
we
information
do?
about ourselves? I feel like we gave the bare minimum. I mean, I'm sure the listeners will get to know us as time goes on, but I feel like we could talk a little bit more about ourselves. Amanda?
Always diverting the attention to me. I feel so attacked right now. I don't know. What do I say? I like singing.
Oh yeah, and like
Yeah, it's a big thing.
that's a huge thing.
You guys all sing.
I mean, it's,
Not real, not like
yeah.
you do.
Yeah, you
and like you actually like put time and like effort into it.
Yeah.
I just do it like sometimes.
recreationally,
Yeah.
if you will.
I'm a recreational singer.
Yeah, I guess I could talk about that.
Or you could talk about your college experience if you want. I don't know.
Yeah.
Give us some
Well,
ideas.
something.
Okay. Well, the thing that they're referring to is that I do have a YouTube channel. I started it like honestly sometime in elementary school. Probably when I met Alyssa.
Yeah.
But you know, in the beginning I did what all the cool kids did. I made lyric videos.
I never did that. That wasn't a cool kid.
Yeah, and then I made some MMVs if you guys know what that is. If you guys played MapleStory, they're MapleStory music videos. Victoria's dying.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and then I kind of transitioned into doing covers maybe sometime in I think high school-ish. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to say about it. I just kind of do covers. Or then, like, sometimes I guess I, like, write my own songs. But I haven't really written a song in a while. And currently right now, I guess I'm working on editing Japan vlogs, even though Japan happened for me, like, a year ago. And I'm only on day 20-something.
Dang, did you do daily?
I did do daily.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I did not do that for London, because London was not hot shit.
Ooh.
I hope somebody from London watches or listens.
Listens.
Listen to learn a little bit about Chino.
A little bit
About the
about you.
909.
And someone all the way from London learning about our little area.
I know.
Yeah, I guess. Talking about my college experiences. I don't know. I just graduated. Honestly, it was torture. It was not what I expected, but also still really grateful for it. Alyssa looks terrified. Yeah, I don't know. I guess like it is what they say, or like the rumors that I've heard of Berkeley were kind of true, where it's like really hard and brutal, I guess, because they're just like very harsh on grading because there's a grade deflation. So even if you're doing well in the class, your grade depends on how other people are doing. So if you're average, like everybody is doing well, then you're a B, or like you would get a B. And then anything below that is like below, yeah. So it's like to do better or like to do A or I mean to get an A or whatever, you have to do above average, but that's like really hard because like yeah, discouraging. But my favorite times of Berkeley were just like hanging out with friends and like doing a lot of clubs. Yeah. Doing all the fun college shit.
Exciting.
Yeah. I'm sure you guys have some great college experiences.
I feel like I mostly just study. I've been thinking about this a lot lately where I'm like, damn, the past 4 years, like I could have had a lot more fun and gotten the same like grades that I got. And then like I feel like this year I'm gonna try to take advantage of the fact that like I'm still in college, I can still have college fun like while I'm there. That's what I'm like dealing with right now.
Victoria, the first of us to graduate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. College, for me was a lot of figuring out what I wanted to do. I changed my major a few times. And now I'm a year out, almost a year since I graduated or moved back home, and I'm still not 100% sure what it is exactly I want to do. So it's honestly a little bit discouraging thinking about like the years I spent like going to classes and still feeling like I struggle to know what I want to do. But the college experience itself was good. I can't complain too much about it. I definitely had the whole shock of reality, like starting off and realizing like, wow, maybe I'm not smart enough for this, or maybe I'm not smart as I have always been told I was, or like that kind of thing. I felt like I needed to work really hard to just like do okay. But I definitely met a lot of like really good friends for sure. I feel like it helped me get out of my shell more. That's kind of a cliche, but I feel like I was a lot more also insecure, I would say, at the beginning of college versus now, and not as comfortable like approaching people or talking to people. I feel like it's helped me in that way. But yeah, I ended up being able to graduate early, so I had to kind of leave a lot of my friends to move back home, where most of my friends that were from home were still going to school somewhere else. So that was kind of lonely. But yeah. Now Amanda's back here, so so she's here now. But most of my friends are still either living somewhere else or something like that. So that's been kind of hard to make new friends. I'm still trying to figure out how adults make friends without like being in school.
Here.
Especially here, yeah, like
They don't have no like clubs.
yeah, like you'd have to go to like
Community center.
Pomona, the community center, the NAC. Go to the dances at the NAC. But yeah, it's like I don't know, it's like a whole thing. If you want to go out, like you have to
Yeah.
make it a whole mission. I don't know.
I know.
But yeah, so if anyone has tips on how to make friends as an adult in the Inland Empire specifically, let me know.
I was looking on Groupon last night and I saw this Groupon for pole dancing. If you
want to do that together?
I'd be
I'm
down.
Honestly, I do it with someone. Like I wouldn't go by
Yeah.
myself to do
Like,
it.
hell yeah, I'm here
It's
for
like
this.
$18 for like I forgot how many classes.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Dang. All right. Next podcast, me and Amanda as pole dancers and our experiences.
It's like pole dancing and like the silk things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man, I'm jealous.
No, Groupon? Yeah, I might just have to do that. I've also been meaning to work out, anyways. So
Dang.
Get a little sexy workout.
you all can't see, but my dog Lucy is making her appearance around here, and she's stopping by to say hello. She will be our mascot, as well as Amanda and Alyssa also have their dogs.
Soon to be, I'm getting a dog at 3 o'clock today. It is 2:51. It's 2:51.
It's almost dog time.
It's almost puppy time. He's a boy. He's a toy poodle.
Aw.
And he's like black and white, and I'm naming him Sesame.
So cute. I love the animal names. I mean the food names.
Oh my god. When this customer came in and was like, she was telling us about how she named her dog DOG.
What's that?
Like DOG. Like dog. But like pronounced DOG.
Wow,
Oh my
that's
God.
amazing.
People are so creative. I have 2 dogs with my family, and there's like Cass and Fifi. But I'm gonna get a dog with my boyfriend, and I really want to name a dog Waluigi, and like he doesn't like the name, and I keep saying Waluigi and Wally for short. Hopefully, fingers
Wally's
crossed.
cute.
Fingers crossed.
Waluigi's
Wally is really
hilarious,
cute.
though.
Yeah.
Did you say hilarious?
Yeah. That was an accident. I said hilarious. I meant to say hilarious, and then for some reason I stopped.
Hillary Clinton.
Hoping you didn't notice.
Amazing.
Hillary Clinton.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Well, I think it's getting to be about that time that we're gonna start wrapping up. But thank you again to whoever was listening to this little first introduction, and yeah, I hope you stay tuned for more. We will have much more to talk about. And yeah, any last words, Alyssa?
No, just look forward to our topics to come. Sure, they'll be exciting.
Yep. Follow us, subscribe, like, whatever it is that you do to keep listening in.
And,
Well, thanks again for listening. Bye. Have a good week.
Moo.